Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, I hope you guys had a great week last week. I hope that everyone enjoyed the video and that they felt some type of encouragement from the last video. Today I want to kind of talk about being discouraged, um, but more in the sense of feeling like you've done something wrong and that like God is just done with you. Um, at the end of the day, there's nothing that you can't be forgiven for. I mean, we've all done something wrong, something we shouldn't have done, and we convict ourselves so badly. We're so upset and disgusted with whatever it is that we've done. Whether we cheated on a diet or whatever it is that we did. God is never he's never, disgusted, with you. He's just waiting for you to just come back and try again. Like it's really that simple. It's that easy, repent and try again. Every day is a whole new day. Every day is another opportunity to try and do better than what you did the next day. I don't care if it's just this much better. I don't care if it's like, oh, I cussed a little less today than I normally do, or you know what, I prayed for 2 minutes longer, or whatever it is. Like, it's a new opportunity, and don't hate yourself or feel bad or beat yourself up if you mess up. Just get back up and try again. I mean, that's literally it. It's the same thing, like, for all those people out there that are parents. It's the same thing we tell our kids. It's all right. Try again. Hey, it's okay. The world is not over. Like, it didn't stop because you messed up. It's not going to stop because you failed. It's not going to stop because you got held up for a minute. I don't care what the situation is or what's going on. There's always a new chance. There's always a new opportunity. God is always waiting. He's not just going to walk away and say, "Oh, forget this one." They don't listen. Like, I'm not doing this with them. No, His grace and mercy is just, it's really absolutely ridiculous. Like, because as humans, we wouldn't be able to do what He's able to do. But never feel like you're a mistake or you've messed up so badly, or and don't avoid God because you're upset about whatever it is that you did. Like, He doesn't want that. When we're upset with our kids and our kids have done something wrong, we don't want them to feel like they can't never come back to us again because they did something and we fussed at them, and now it's like, that doesn't mean that we hate you. That didn't My love for you didn't disappear or go away because you did something wrong and I fucked at you for a moment. It didn't stop. It's still there. We still love you. We still care. And it's the same thing with God. He loves us more than we love our own children. So it's, don't ever stop seeking God or His face or anything just because you feel like you're not good enough, you're not worthy because of your mistakes or your past or whatever it is. We aren't our mistakes, we aren't our past, we aren't any of those things. I mean, come on. There's plenty of people out here. I mean, people who are out here preaching and teaching, whatever. We all got some kind of past, some kind of thing that we've done that wasn't the best. But I mean, it it is what it is. God already knows. He knows everything you've done, everything you thought of, everything you want to do, everything you're going to do. He already knows. Like, He's aware of what those mistakes are, and He doesn't love you any less because of them. So never feel like you're not good enough. Don't feel like your past is who you are, because it's not. You know, I feel like as humans, we look at people and we make assumptions and we judge, you know, but you never know what God is doing in someone. You never know what He has done in someone or what He's going to do in that person. It's like you see somebody and I heard about this one, and people may whisper and may have things to say, but at the end of the day, nobody else's opinion about you matters but God's. Sorry to say that, but it people's opinion about you is it going to get you in heaven, and it's not going to get you out of heaven. So really, what is it doing? It's not doing nothing. They just talking. It doesn't really matter, and sometimes you just gotta ignore people. Like, who cares what they have to say? People are going to talk about you till the day you die. People are going to talk about you when you're doing something good. They're going to talk when you're doing something bad. They're going to talk, period. Because some people just don't have nothing better to do with their time. It's whatever. Let people talk. As long as you know God loves you and God cares about you and God's forgiving you and God's with you and He'll never leave you nor forsake you. That's what matters. Who cares about what anybody else got to say? I don't care about what they got to say. As long as you're doing whatever you have to do for God, it's everything else is irrelevant. Everything else doesn't matter, you know. And easier said than done because a lot of people, myself included, it doesn't take much for us to get discouraged or us to feel like, oh man, see, I knew I should have did this because now look, look at what they're saying or look at what people are doing. It doesn't take much, but you can't let people's opinions of you. You can't let it stop you from doing what it is that you have to do. You can't let it get in your way because then you never get it done. You never get it done, and then what's your excuse? 5 years later, oh man, see, I wish I would have did that. Now you're gonna regret it. All the time that you wasted that you could have been doing whatever that thing is. So forget people, forget people's opinions, and like I said, easier said than done because who doesn't think? And I'm not gonna say everybody does all the time or whatever, but who doesn't think, oh, I wonder what such and such is gonna think if I put this on. I wonder what they're gonna think if I do this. We all do it. I do it sometimes. I just try not to let it stop me from whatever it is that I'm trying to do because it's so important, you know, things that God has called us to do. It's very important, and we always think it doesn't matter as much. I'm only doing this like it's not that serious, but listen, everything matters. Everything matters. Everything God put in you matters. So you cannot let people or things stop you. You have to keep pushing some way, somehow. Keep pushing, keep moving towards that thing. I don't care what it is that you're doing as long as you're moving a step closer, a half a step closer. Something because it's so much bigger than what we think it is. And it can be something so minor, but it can make such a big impact. And it matters. It's so, so, so important. So please don't let people or things, don't let yourself stop you because, we do that thing where we start doubting. I do it all the time where I'll get excited about something like, yeah, I'm going to go and do this. And I get super excited about it. I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm going to do this. And the closer you get to that thing, you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really going to be good at this. Am I sure this is what I want? Am I sure this is what God wants? I don't know. I think, I don't know. I don't think this is gonna work out. This is not gonna work out right. He couldn't have said this to me. I must have been tripping. No, no, something's wrong. But that's nothing but the devil. He don't got nothing better to do with his time. He always out here bothering somebody, whispering lies in your ears and in your head and trying to get you to think something that's untrue. And it. I mean, that's his job. I guess his job is to try to distract us and destroy us, right? And you cannot let him win. I feel like no matter what happens in life, when the devil pursues you, when he's trying to get you to quit or give up, whatever it is that you're going through, I feel like you never lose until you quit. When you quit, and I mean, when I say quit, I mean like never try again. Like because we have moments where we're like, all right, I got to take a break from this right now. This is just too much. I can't deal with it. That's fine. Make sure you pick it back up and you try again. You pick it back up and you try again. Do not completely walk away from it because then you lose. Then the devil wins. And I mean, who likes losing? Who likes losing? Nobody does. Well, guess what? I'm not about to lose today neither. Or tomorrow, or the day after that. I'm not letting the devil win. I'm not letting him get one up on me. No, he's got enough. He's taking enough from you. He's taking too much. Don't let him have anything else. Don't let him take nothing else from you. He don't deserve it. He didn't earn it. He didn't work for it. It's not his. It doesn't belong to him. It's yours. You pick it back up. You take it and you keep moving. I don't care what it is. How little you think it is. How irrelevant you think it is. You keep working towards it. You keep pushing towards it. And you're going to get there. You're going to get it. Eventually, you're going to be like, oh, wow. I'm so happy I did this. See, look how great everything's working out. Look how good it's going. You keep pushing. You keep going. You never quit. Never give up. Do not give the devil the satisfaction of feeling like he won. No. No, 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 no. And as I said, easier said than done because we all have moments of being discouraged overwhelmed. And me personally, I hate being overwhelmed. I'll get so stressed out. And I try to keep my focus on God. And as I said, easier said than done because it's a struggle, period. I don't care who you are. Like, it's a struggle when you're going through it. It's a struggle when you feel like it's the whole world is like literally on my shoulders right now. How am I supposed to keep? How am I supposed to do this? What am I supposed to do? You gotta keep your eyes on God because that's the only way. If you focus so much on the issue, you forget that God is standing there with you, and He's with you always. He's with you. Like, I can tell you guys a story. So, this past Sunday, I danced at my church. I praise danced at my church, and the videos on the page for anyone who's interested. But it was such a struggle for me because I was all in my head the whole week. Like, oh man, this ain't for me no more. I'm not good enough, man. I'm not even in good shape no more. I'm tired. I'm a pass out up there, or I'm a fall, or I'm a trip. Literally anything negative you could think of was running through my mind. Like, I was just like, man, this ain't for me. God moving me to something else. Like, I was just literally completely discouraged. Like, I just was like, yo, I'm over it, man. I'm over it. Like, I quit. I don't want to do this no more. And I mean, I knew it was the devil because it always happens. It always happens like that. Whenever you're trying to do God's will and you're pursuing it so hard, He going to strike because he don't want you to do it, of course. And the biggest thing was trying to tell myself, like, okay, He's still with you. You don't see Him right now. You don't feel Him right now. You don't know what's going on. You're in a really weird space, but He's still with you. He's still with you. He's still with you. And it was very scary because I hate that feeling of when I'm so used to reaching God in a certain way of doing something specific and feeling Him, and then doing that thing and not feeling Him. It's like, what's going on? Where'd you go? What happened? What happened? Like, what's going on? And so, and that's how I felt. But as I was dancing, and after I danced, His Spirit fell on me so heavy, and I just felt so grateful. But like the day before, I just kept asking God, like, please, allow me to feel your presence, be with me, send some kind of encouragement, some kind of strength, so that I'm not so worried or stressed out about what I'm going through. And so pretty much everything that I asked God for, He gave to me Saturday night. So yeah, it was a stressful week and I was worried. I thought He didn't hear, or He didn't care, or He wasn't worried, but Saturday night I felt so at peace. And Sunday I felt so at peace. I was a little nervous, but it's like literally He lifted the weight off of my shoulders, and I was so grateful. They always say, well, he doesn't come when you want to, but He's always on time. He was absolutely on time. And I was so grateful, because my nerves always get the best of me, and I don't know if there's anyone else like that, but my nerves get really, really bad. And so it was nice to not feel so terrified and overwhelmed with the emotions, but to be at peace and know God was with me. And that's how it is any day. Anytime you dealing with something for God, you're gonna always have those moments where He ain't listening and you think He doesn't care, but that's never the case. It's never the case. That's just the enemy's job, to make us feel like He doesn't care, to make us feel like He's not there, or like He's not listening. But He's always there and He's always listening. And when he comes through for you, and He does something that you were wishing and hoping for Him to do, when He does it, you're like, Lord, there you are. I knew He was gonna do it. I was worried, I was a little scared, but there He is every time. And it's such a great feeling. Such a great feeling to know that you're loved so tremendously. So beyond what we can even understand. It's the greatest feeling in the world. It's the greatest feeling ever. Like your kids when it's their birthday or Christmas is coming up, and they're like, man, I really want this. I hope my parents get it for me, and you tell your kids, like, look, I don't really got it. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to get the gift. And they open up their presents and they see that gift is in, and they're like, yeah, and they filled with so many emotions and they so happy and they're like, yes, you know, greatest feeling ever, you know. I mean, greatest feeling ever when you know there's a God and he loves us so much, you know. It's still, it's just like, what, you know, I didn't even earn that. I didn't even deserve that. And every time you need him, there he is. There he is. Every single time. So again, you know, don't give up. Don't quit. Don't give up in the fight. Pick up your baton. Get back in the race. Keep going. Keep pursuing whatever it is that God is asking you to pursue. Whatever it is that you want to pursue. Whatever that push or that pull that you feel. I don't care what it is. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let the enemy stop you. Ignore him. He's irrelevant. His opinion doesn't matter. No one else's opinion matters. You go to God for your answers, and he'll be there every step of the way, and he'll be there and he'll give you whatever it is that you need every single time. He's never going to ask you to do something and not sit there and provide for you what it is that you're going to need to do whatever. It's already in you. He already knows that. That's why he asked you to do it in the first place. He's not going to actually do something that you can't do or that he don't think you can do. No, he's going to be with you and he's going to help you to do it. He's never going to leave you alone or by yourself or struggling. He's there every single time, and he's always going to be there. Always, every time. So don't be afraid to step out. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to move. Don't be afraid to go. Get up and do whatever it is that you need to do. Get up and go. Move, jump, leap, hop, skip, go. Whatever it is. And know that every need that you have, God is going to fulfill for you. Everything that you require, he has. Everything. It's already in you, and he knows that, and that's why he told you to do that thing. So get up and move and do whatever it is that God needs you to do, and know that he's with you. Have faith in him always, because he can't fail. He never will. He's not going to. It can't happen. You know who can fail though? The devil. So ignore him and move and go. I pray that this message helps somebody. You know, I pray you guys have a very great week. Ignore the devil. He's irrelevant. Stop on his head. Do not listen to him. Remember what God says about you. He loves you, and you are beautifully, and what is it? Fearfully and wonderfully made. Don't ever forget that. Ignore the devil. Ignore the lies. Ignore the hate. Ignore the doubts. Because everything that he's saying is not true. It's a lie. Remember what God says about you and keep it in your heart. And whenever you feel overwhelmed and you feel like you're drowning, just look up and know that God is watching over you and he knows what you're going through and he's going to help you. And let that be something to just kind of help encourage you to keep pushing even when you don't feel like it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know, please keep checking out the videos. Stay tuned for the video that's going to be posted out next week. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of the week. Bye.